What's up, YouTube? It's a beautiful Sunday today, and I decided to talk about a topic I feel like a lot of people don't touch on about the Porsche 993, which is pertaining towards oil leaks. Oil leaks are a very common thing with these cars, especially the air-cooled cars. Unfortunately, my car began leaking oil. I didn't know where it was coming from, so I took it over to my buddy's house. He's a few blocks away from me, and we decided to put the car up on jack stands and check out to see what the issue was. One of the issues that I had with mine, my lower valve covers were leaking oil, and it was just enough to bother me to do something about it. So originally, I was just gonna park up the car, not do anything, just leave it, not drive the car, because since I'm gonna sell the motor anyway in the coming months, so I could do the LS swap, I was just like, I'm not even gonna bother with it. But of course, it's summertime, I wanna drive the car, I wanna enjoy it with the peace of mind, so I was like, you know what, let's deal with it. So our initial assumption was that it had to be the valve cover gasket. So I ordered 2 brand new gaskets. We maneuvered around everything. We didn't even really have to take nothing off as far as like the exhaust and stuff like that. And we got the valve covers off. We installed the new gaskets, put everything back together, started the car up. At first it seemed like the leak was solved, and once the car started running for a few minutes, then we started seeing some leakage coming out the sides. Now I'm gonna show you where it was coming from, and it actually was coming from where the bolts go into on the valve covers, and I'm gonna show you what that looks like. So on the left right here, this is the factory valve cover. Once we put new valve cover gaskets on and we put the valve cover back, we started seeing some oil leakage, and they started seeping through right here with these little aluminum cylinders are where the bolts go through. We pulled the valve covers back off, and what we noticed was these were popping out. I don't believe that these are supposed to be popping out. What happened is that these valve covers, since they're so close to the exhaust, and over time, just to do the age and stuff, they start to get pretty worn out and brittle, and it's plastic. Initially, I was gonna just replace it with brand new factory valve covers, but something told me to do some research about it. So I actually did some research. Renline makes some billet aluminum CNC machine valve covers, and supposedly this eliminates the oil leak altogether, which is awesome in my opinion. So now what it happens is, if you notice where the bolts go in, they're not a separate piece like how the factory ones are, so you don't have to deal with this anymore. I think it's worth the purchase of buying these. I mean, we're gonna put them on, but I'm pretty confident these are gonna solve the issue. The good thing about these, I think these are roughly 300 bucks for these, and also you could select them in 3 different colors, a red, black, or the silver. I told them send me whatever's in stock. I mean, it's underneath the car, you're not gonna see it. I think that's definitely a mod that you must do on your 964, 993. I think they pretty much do it for the older bodies too. If you could switch to one of these valve covers, they actually sell the upper and the lower of these, which is awesome. And I think that should be something on the to-do list as far as minimizing oil leaks on your engine. Another thing too is that, I haven't been updating you guys about the 993. I feel bad about that. So just the car's here up on the jacks. I also started stripping the whole interior out. Not the whole interior. I took the 2 front seats, and I also took out the steering wheel, because the sparkle seats are actually gonna arrive in 2 days. So I wanted to get everything prepped and ready so I can start the sparkle seats right away. I already have the brackets here, the steering wheel already got here, but I'm gonna show you guys all of that once it's installed. You guys can see I did the interior like I mentioned, took the seats out, took the passenger seat out, and the steering wheel is out. So I have some of the sparkle parts here, just the brackets and the base. This is the base. I kind of just mocked it up. I believe that's how it should sit. And then this is what goes on the side of the seat, like the brackets to kind of connect it to the slider. These are the sliders to be able to move the seat back and forth. So once that's done, I'm going to show you guys how everything looks once the steering wheel is in. And I can't even emphasize to you guys enough how sick the seats look. I already seen how they look, and they're one of a kind. I'm the only one in the world with these seats because they're custom made. Once that comes in, I'm going to show you guys how that looks. Back to what I was saying about the valve covers, I think that's a must mod that you guys should do. Just eliminate the headache with those plastic valve covers, and especially the lower ones that sit so close to the exhaust. In my opinion, I think switching to the billet aluminum ones that Renline make will just save you a world of headaches. If your car's not leaking, I would say not do it, but if your car is leaking from the lower valve covers, I would say that's a must-have mod to do. I'm gonna also tell you guys in another episode what I think my top 5 mods for the Porsche 993 should be, just to give you guys just a better understanding of how these cars are and what you should do. I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna install these valve covers and wait for the seats to come in, and then we're good to roll. Wash this baby up, and we out of here. Peace.